Hey John here. So we got this Toro Z Master. Looks like at least a 6-foot deck. The complaint is the belt for the mower is slipping. He can smell it burning, and it's not cutting, especially in high grass. So I have a feeling I know what it is, but it's probably just a tensioner. But we're gonna take a look at it and see what's doing here. So the belt tensioner on this is not spring. It's one of those torsion deals. So it's one of these torsion arm deals. And this one looks a little rusty at the base. I think we might be able to adjust this. There is a little bit of a area here that we can still pull it this way a piece, because what's going on is, first of all, you probably can't see this, but there's no, this belt is almost round at this point because it's been flopping around, you know, loose. So it's got flat spots all over it, as if there's no V, or you know, like you see this is a V belt and it's got a flat spot. This is kind of hexagon. So this is way too loose here, so this is why it's slipping. So it appears that this thing might have, you know, some life left. It does, looks like it's still active as far as, you know, it's just out of adjustment. And I think the torsion still works, so. I think half the battle is this whole area. You can see these clips here, so there must be some kind of cover that's missing. So it's always getting rain and crap in here. Yeah, this deck is just kind of peeling apart here from grass and rust. But that's not my concern. Let's see. Yeah, that was probably just spinning. So this pulley seems to be alright. Let's take this up on a bench and see if we can clean this. This just looks like it's all rust jacked, and probably something got tweaked or moved. Half of it's missing, and it's over here. It's like I think the thing's just falling apart. So I'm pretty sure we could probably just do some kind of you know, tweak to it. Yeah. So the more I clean this up, the more rust that fell off. So it was just, I think, getting rust jacked, and things just got out of whack over time, or maybe just the studs themselves. You know, you can see where the original stud was, so maybe it just moved a little bit. We're going to put it back on, tighten it up into you know, a tighter position. That's all, because I was just, you know, on the bench. This thing's still pretty tight. It's not, I mean, it's still doing its torsion thing. So let's put it back on. I'm not going to worry about the belt. I will get the grass out of there, but like I said, the belt is it's basically round, so it doesn't matter, you know, if we flip it to where I think it's supposed to be. We'll put it on, and I think I got some tall grass. We'll test it out, but that's all it is. Probably just an adjustment. Yeah, I think that's all we're going to do is do this adjustment here. This thing's pretty roached out, though. I mean, the deck, because it's uncovered, now you can see up here, you know, forget about the paint peeling off. There's actually some, you know, where it's roached out, there's actually holes starting to develop. Because where the grass sits and everything rots, and the same thing's going on here. I think it's just a matter of rust jack, and just change the position of the torque, or maybe the torque's the torsion's a little bit worn out. It just needs an adjustment, but that's all we're going to do. Let's see if we can tighten it here. Maybe right there. Let's see if we can slip that belt back on and get her torque down. So the original nut was right about here. We moved it about a good ½ inch in. Let's move it just a hair more, because once I put torque on this, hopefully it'll bring it into. Might have to do this a couple times. Again, I don't want to break that stud off, because open up a can of worms I don't want to get into. happen. Yeah, so that thing's still working pretty good. It's got a lot of torque on it. Get under here. Just get under here. Let's see what this does. Come on. There it goes. Alright. So that's about as close as you're going to get. That is tight. Alright. So it's got about a 1/4 inch before it hits the belt, but I think it'll be fine. We'll start it up and see how it is. First I want to tighten these bolts down, but this is plenty tight now. You don't want it too tight, but you don't want the slip neither, so this might be a hair too tight. It's actually, I think it's pretty good. I'm going to leave it there, and if there's no hitting, you know, when this goes around, I'll leave this deck up. I'll look at the pulleys. If nothing's impeding and it's just going along, I'll probably leave it there, but if anything, we could back it off just a smidge, like a 1/4 of, you know, half the distance what we did. We went about a 1/2 inch on here like this, so that's all it was. That's about as tight as we can get it, and I didn't really see it hit anything, so I think we're going to just leave it there. Okay, so that was a pretty easy fix. So this thing is pretty much maxed out. I don't think there'll be an adjustment in the future if it, you know, gets played out again, but that's all I got. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Yeah.